Hey friends, namaste and welcome back to our one more exciting episode of Spiritual Talks. Today we have very special lady, Dr. Shibani, who's a mentor, author, and who's a founder of Dishaa groups. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Kavita. Thank you, PMC, for
Thank you so
inviting me
much.
again.
So first of all, I wish you a very happy Diwali.
A very, very Shubh Diwali to you and all the PMC members, PMC fans,
Thank you.
and to Patriji.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for coming. So I remember our previous episode on spiritual tours on Egypt in Jan or March
Yes,
2023, I
last year,
guess.
yes.
Yes, yes. And this program, I mean, today we are doing on Kashi.
Egypt was fantastic. We explored a lot of energy places in Egypt. Of course, it's full of energy and a lot of, just one visit is not enough to Egypt. But yes, we have so many energy places in India that we actually do not need to go anywhere out, searching for these things.
Very true.
Because I believe it's one big energy center, energy point on this earth where people from outside come in and they come here to seek things.
True.
So, and that is why now we have planned for another energy meditative tour, which we were talking about some time back.
So I'm so excited, and as Patriji always used to take everyone, not only in India but out of country, especially Egypt, and all high energy places where we should meditate. So please share about the significance of this program of spiritual tour to Kashi.
Yes, now we will be having a very special and very close to heart kind of a spiritual, I don't want to call it a spiritual tour, but it's a meditative tour
Beautiful.
to this energy place, which is the energy source of the earth, I should say, and that is our divine Kashi. So, the name itself of this tour is Anahat Kashi. Yeah, and Anahad, when I say Anahad, it always, you will feel, when you say Anahad, you will feel it here. And Anahad basically is our heart, the heart center, the heart chakra, if you can, if you want to talk in those terms. And Anahad means unstruck sound.
Wow.
Yeah, the sound of the silence or the unstruck sound. So that's why Anahad. And that's why it is meditative Kashi. And that's why it is Anahad Kashi with Disha, where we will go and we will actually get our chords, that sound of our divine Lord Shiva, where he will not even physically touch us, but we will actually absorb him inside and come back.
Wow. Have you been earlier to Kashi?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please share your experiences?
Many times in my childhood, in the stories which were told by my Nana ji, my Dadi and all, they used to tell कि हम जाके आए and हम पिंडदान करके आए वहाँ पे, and my Dadi had done that and she was telling us stories and Nana ji, and somewhere थोड़ा सा डर भी था, frankly telling, we have that image of Kashi when they came. There are so many dead bodies in the water and this and that, so many things. So I was scared also. But yes, those times I used to listen to those mystic stories. But then, yes, I had a beautiful chance of visiting this place. I think just after the first lockdown opened up. And that time there were no Firangs, there was nobody, and it was all empty. So I think probably it was a divine calling. And we decided today, and within 2 days we landed in Kashi.
Wow.
So it was a absolute guidance and it was absolute push that get up, pack your bags and just go. So thank God we understood the calling and we took it and we landed up there.
So, what are your main experiences over there, and why do you suggest one should go there?
Uh, one fine day in the morning, I got up and I told my husband I want to go to Kashi, and he's like, I said, you want to come, you come, otherwise I'm going alone. I said, no, Banaras hai bhaiya, I will come with you. And they were just two more people accompanying me. So four of us, we just went there, and I had no clue of why I'm going there. It was beautiful, it was serene, it was divine. We happened to attend the Saptarishi Aarti of Kashi, which is in the evenings. It's a 1.5 hours procedure. And believe me, it's not an Aarti, it is a different process altogether, you know. And I had the privilege to be inside for some time over there and actually touch the shivling.
Wow.
And we were putting water on it and we were bathing Baba over there. And I don't want to name this divine soul over there. And this divine soul told me that, आप मुंबई से है? He asked me. I said, yeah, हम मुंबई से. तो आपके यहाँ सिद्धि विनायक मंदिर है ना? तो I said, yeah. He said, हाँ, हम एक बार ही आए हैं वहाँ पे. एंड बाकी हम कोई मंदिर में नहीं जाते हैं. तो आई वॉज लिटिल इंक्विजिटिव एंड आस्क्ड क्यों नहीं जाते हैं. नहीं, क्यों जाए ना, हमारे बाबा तो यहीं पर रहते हैं ना. And that really touched me, you know, and the way and that the vibration in his voice was so deep. That person itself was a energy person. And I said, yeah, actually आपके बाबा यहाँ रहते हैं. And I experienced his baba over there inside when I was there for 5-7 minutes, whatever, you know.
So who was that person and that higher soul?
There was somebody, and I wouldn't like to mention the name of this divine soul, but yeah, this person is still there. I'm still in connect. And when they were putting water and said, "Abhi aap nehlao baba ko." I touched the shivling, you know, and it touched like flesh. It actually touched like flesh. I mean, had this camera not been here, I would have been in tears. Every time I share this experience with somebody, it's always very real, and I actually get into that time and space. And no matter how many invasions have happened, and no matter people say ki the shivling was broken in two, or this is not the original shivling, or this or that, or whatever, I don't care. I just know that yes, Baba is there because I felt the flesh. And it was
So divine, so divine.
so deep. It is too deep, you know. And after that, I was just there sitting outside in that aarti because of the lockdown and all. There were very few people there, you know. And we were sitting then, and the just one door of the temple was open, the Kashi Vishwanath temple. A little bit was seen, but I did not want to experience, or I was not in that state of actually seeing with my bare eyes what is happening, because I was just sitting there for an hour and a half with closed eyes. And I was just experiencing his Baba, you know, and I was in tears because I just knew that the tears were rolling down my eyes. And during that entire time, I actually saw Baba sitting in that position that he sits. After some time, he came out of the door, and he was dancing, and it was not a tandav, but it was a very happy dance. And in that happy dance, he turned into a female, and then he turned into a male, and again a female, and again a male. I was seeing, or I was witnessing all that. And I said, this is what it is, and I think I need nothing more of a prasad than this, you know, from this place. And I just knew I am there. And then this entire thing happened, and Maharaj ji bahar aaye, jo aarti kar rahe the, we were talking to him, and he said, हमारे बाबा यहाँ पे अर्धनारी नरेश्वर के रूप में शाम की सप्तर्षि आरती में रहते हैं.
So beautiful.
And I just kept quiet, you know. I just kept quiet because I had not read anything about it on Google or something, you know. And I just went and I experienced this. And I think there's nothing more soulful than this for a common human being like me to experience. So that's the reason I want to reach this place to every common person like me who's living on this earth. And I want souls to reach this place just for experiencing your own self and your own power your own thing which is there inside, just for that. And that's the reason Kashi, and that is moreover the reason Anahat Kashi.
So beautiful. I mean, it's so, it touched me like anything. Even I could feel that, though I never been there. But the way you expressed each and everything, your own experience, it's really very touchy.
I feel, it's not me who is talking. I suppose the entire experience was so realistic that every time I'm narrating this to somebody, that person or that soul is drawn to this place. And I think that is what my work is. And that is why I was given that experience, probably.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. And spirituality is always our own experience, not what we
Yes.
are reading. It's not knowledge, it's
Yes.
always own wisdom. So now I can understand why you take such spiritual tours. I mean, whatever you call it, maybe spiritual tours or the
Meditative
Anahat
tours.
meditative tours, which will definitely connect to our PMC people and the entire PSSM people who are connected with Patrijis especially. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, moreover the PSSM people, because I think somewhere they are already on their path of enlightenment, of awakening, because whatever meditations and the path that Patriji has shown all of us over here is something which is taking us to that oneness and connecting to your soul. So I think when people from such groups go to these places, sacred places, I think that connection is direct then. The
Yeah.
experiences are more profound, and somewhere you get a push and a nudge in this spiritual journey.
And we all are mediator. If we experience something, we, maybe we can use promoting this word, but it's not exactly the promotion. But yeah, we want others to experience the same thing. That's why
Yeah, but
we
then I
tell.
am okay, because if you use promoting, because that's the only language people understand today.
Yeah. But I believe spirituality is always, marketing is always sales. If you experience something, you should take it to the people.
You should take it to the people, but very important is what intention you are doing it with.
Yes, truly.
The
Yeah.
marketing is necessary, because I think you, me, or whoever's there in the PSSM group and all, we are all officially appointed coordinators to reach the divine,
Yes.
to help people move ahead. But that intention is important.
And everyone understand also what is the intention behind it. So moving ahead, I want to understand in a spiritual perspective, what will you do there?
When I went for the first time over there, we were there for quite some time. We moved around, and we found one shrine where Shripad Sri Vallabh, when he was there on this earth, he had been to Kashi, and there is a small shrine of Shripad Sri Vallabh. So the Dishaa cult also is a lot into Dattatreya. So we would be visiting this place, sitting there, experiencing why did he go there, and then we have jotted down few places in Kashi, which still, when you sit there, you meditate. When you sit there and you do your journeys in these places, you actually feel the flow of energy inside you. You may see your past lives, you may get into your future, you may see a lot of things, and there would basically be a lot of shift in the way you think. What is spirituality? Spirituality is basically getting a shift in the way you think, and the way you um, produce non-judgmental stuff.
Yeah.
It is more over that. So I think somewhere you get a push to get into that zone, get into that space. So all the activities are concentrated on all these things in those few days of our stay over there. Moreover, a profound experience would be visiting a place called Sarnath, which is 30 kilometers from Kashi. And we have stupas there, where Buddha actually started preaching.
Oh.
So his first disciples are from there.
Oh.
When he
Okay.
actually started teaching things from that place. So it is very intriguing, so when I went there for the first time, I was very curious of why did he choose this particular piece of land,
Yeah.
of whether you call it Sarnath or whether it is Kashi. It's just one entire place where, they say that entire Kashi is on the Trishul, on the trident of Shiva. That is what is said. So why did he choose Kashi to start preaching? So I was too intrigued, and I offered my group that you please go ahead with the museum. I would like to sit here and just be. So
Okay.
I was one just sitting there, and as I went during the lockdown time, there were hardly any people there. So I got all the time for myself, and it was a very profound experience there, because Disha being more into meditations and journeys, and also I probably went into a journey where I actually saw a moon ray coming from up, getting into my Sahasrara, my entire, just piercing through and getting into my spinal cord behind, coming out of my root and going right down to the center of the earth. One moon ray. And what I experienced was, it was a complete grounding for me.
So, I mean, all
So,
these experiences you have
yes,
had.
so a place where you can ground yourself so beautifully, so profoundly. I'm sure, no wonder Buddha has chosen this piece of land to be. And that's why I feel that when you go to Kashi, you experience that sense of groundedness, because you see Manikarnika, you see those ghats, where there's continuous burning of bodies. So 24/7 चिताएं जलती रहती है वहाँ पे.
Right, yeah.
So the actual reality of this life, so this is birth and this is death. So how qualitatively you can live your life in this span is what is important. So लोग बोलते हैं कि भैया बुढ़ापे के टाइम पे तीर्थ यात्रा करनी चाहिए या काशी जैसी जगह पे जाना चाहिए, but I feel that the younger you are, the better it is to visit places like Kashi, and especially Kashi.
This is very important point, that why one should visit Kashi or any spiritual place at young age.
Yes. Life, we are living life. Okay? How do you decide the quality of living? Yeah? Tell me.
So, see, according to me, life purpose should be always to be happy and the growth.
Yeah, so what is happiness? For us, happiness is oh, promotion हो गया, business में फायदा हो गया, पैसा मिल गया, lottery लग गई, yeah, I
What
got a
next?
Mercedes, or I got a lovely wife or a husband, or beautiful relationships. For us, life ends. That is status and all this. So that is life. That's what obviously, we are living, we are earthly beings, we are living in earthly life. We are going to have this kind of a projection. कि okay, हाँ ये हो गया ना, my life is set है boss, sorted out. But actually, if you see, that is not the quality of life. Because even though you achieve one, you still crave for one
True.
more,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
It's
So
never ending.
it's never ending. So the materialistic thing. Now I don't want to sound like a Jogan. I don't want to sound like a yogi or something like that. Of course, even I am living my life. I also love to do whatever I am doing. But at the same time, there's a thin line between the quality of life.
True.
Yeah, because when the quality is here and here, this and this is connected, no, the quality of life is very, very profound and very peaceful. So no matter what happens in my life, I'm still peaceful. That will determine your quality of your life. So if you want to reach that quality of life fast, money and abundance will follow. But if you want to actually reach that profoundness and that peace in life, then it is important, not only to visit these places, but earlier the in your life you visit, the more time you get to spend a quality life of the quality that I am talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise तो general तुम्हारा life तो चल ही
चल
रहा है
रहा
ना.
है.
And
True. Yeah.
places like Kashi, if you actually physically and practically, if you talk about Kashi is ऊपर नीचे, up and down the ghats. The you can't take your car to every nukkad on every corner and every gully. You have to park it at a point and you have to walk down
Okay.
and walk up. So these are
So,
ghats.
no matter from which background you come from, you have
You
to
have to
experience.
नतमस्तक कर देते हैं बाबा जी उधर जाने के बाद, भैया गाड़ी से उतरो चल के आओ. अभी मोदी जी ने जो किया है कॉरिडोर और ऑल, इट्स गुड बिकॉज इवन द ओल्ड पीपल कैन गो एंड विजिट दिस प्लेस, you know. But I feel the younger you are, you should go to these places and seek.
Very beautifully you said, you know, the difference from life to death. You are seeing all these ghats in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
And at very young age, if you are understanding that, the wisdom from the childhood or from will always guide you to or lead you to the right path, or how to get or how to be always happy, or that ultimate truth you can understand from very
In a
early
very
age.
crude language, if I say, it will be a happy death for you.
Yeah.
Happy death. It will be peaceful. You will feel that yes, आने के बाद धरती पे कुछ किया. So the soul will not be, you know, it will just go. And moreover, you know, when you're young, you have a lot of questions in mind.
Yes.
You know, so यहाँ क्यों जाना है, वहाँ क्यों जाना. The way you asked me, there are many youngsters who ask me, and especially this Anahat Kashi, I want the youngsters to join in. I want the young people to come in. Don't wait till you need 4 people to get you to this ghat. You know, the तब तक scene खत्म है.
And who knows what will happen next life, who knows.
So that is what is taught to us, na? कि भैया, when you're old, you go to the तीर्थ यात्रास or you go to Kashi, and people say कि जब death आता है तब जाके वहाँ पे रह जाओ. क्यों वेट करना है इतना? पहले ही जाओ ना, ताकि जिंदगी अच्छे से जी सको, तो डेथ तो वैसे ही अच्छी आएगी.
Very true, very true. Connect Disha, your child, you said in our previous interview, Disha and this Kashi tour, or the entire this Anahat Kashi.
Yeah. I'm so thankful, Kavita, that you asked me something which is very close to my heart. So, Disha is a spiritual hub in Navi Mumbai. It's a small little place, and we have a lot of people coming there to complete their journeys, you know, and find out the purpose of their soul on this earth. So, that is why Disha is there. And one of my journeys, I was in Pune at ashram called गुलावनी बाबाज आश्रम. गुलावनी बाबा करके एक बहुत बड़े सेज हुए कर्नाटक से. उनके आश्रम में I was in there in Pune, and I was just sitting there in front of his in his room. And that time he just appeared in front and he said that I asked him, what is your adesh for me? And he said, nothing. Your Disha is a small workstation for us.
Wow.
So for the ascended masters, that is what I was told, that Disha is a workstation for them. So I believe that is the connection between Kashi and Disha, where Kashi is like
Mahasagar.
yeah, Mahasagar of you just go there. I mean, masses go there because somewhere you need a headquarter na, to connect. So it's a headquarters to connect. And I think people like us or people, places like Disha are small branches where people come, and probably we have the work of going and, you know, guiding and directing the masses to go to this Maha center of energy. So that is why Disha and Kashi have that integral connection. So basically, place of going and finding your soul path.
So beautiful and wonderfully you are organizing this tour. I would recommend everyone, and especially people from Mumbai, Pune, from Maharashtra, you guys can join Dr. Shibani. And because initially to go somewhere when we don't know about those places, we make it, you know, a little distracted or
Yeah, basically, you know, it's not a tour like the general tourism
I
people do,
understand.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that. It's basically come and it's more of an emotion, it's more of a feeling.
Yeah.
मैं तब वही हुआ था, there were so many invasions in Kashi. It was invaded so many times. The temple was destructed. Aurangzeb also did that, and then he built that mosque over there. So whatever it is, one thing even I think people like Aurangzeb knew कि भैया कितना भी उसका तोड़ फोड़ करे, जो it's not about religion, it is about a feel, it is about an emotion that people carry inside them.
Yeah.
That is Kashi. And I'm sure, it is there because I actually felt it with my hands, with my physical hands, when it was flesh. So there is no second opinion about, no matter how many times it is destroyed or whatever, the energy cannot be destroyed because it is directly coming from him. And that's why I think even Sadhguru calls it a tower of light. He also calls it that. That's what it is, and people should come, youngsters should come and actually experience it. And अनाहत में लेके काशी को वापस जाना है, and that's why अनाहत काशी.
Yeah, that's why the hand holding, that is very important. When we go with known people, it's always a support. So, what kind of mental or physical preparation one should do, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So before going to Kashi, I feel that you should indulge in some kind of meditations. Just take 10-15 minutes off for yourself for some time. Just be in that space, whatever you want to do, whether you want to chant, whether you want to meditate, whether you want to see YouTube and, just do a guided meditation, anything soulful, just 15 minutes. I think it's recommended. You should do that so that when you're there, you're prepared to take that energy, you're prepared and you're open.
Yeah.
You must be, we read a lot about it in Google. A lot of people come and they will tell their own stories about Kashi, and I think just go like a clean slate. Only then Baba can write the story on it. Just go with a clean slate. But yeah, definitely have that curiosity of why am I going there? That's what it is. So it's nice if you can just be prepared by doing some meditations, taking some time, maybe just going for a little walk in nature alone, not with the bitching and the chit chatting and all that, not with your phone on or something like that. Just be with yourself and just be in that space that yes, I'm going to Kashi and I am going to get my hands full and my heart full from there. What we don't know. That is his choice. He will give you. The universe will give you.
So before going there, emptying ourselves and
Yes.
to get merged with that energy,
Yes.
that is very much
Very
important.
important. बिकॉज
And
हम लोग वहाँ जाके बैठ के अभिषेक करेंगे या पिंडदान करेंगे, ये सब नहीं करने वाले हैं.
that is always the
हम
physical
that is the physical,
thing.
that's what we do generally,
Yeah.
after going to the temples, that's what we indulge in, and we are guided to go there because we are surrounded by so many pandas and all that, and they will force you into that. But that is not the entire idea. The entire idea is to actually find yourself and come back.
And how's the weather over there? What should be the physical preparation for this?
I think it should be cold over there. January hai, thandi ka mausam hai, it should be nice.
Right. Yeah.
So it will be very pleasant to be there, and especially the Subhe Banaras and all that happens on the Assi Ghat, which is very beautiful to witness. Getting up in the morning where Ganga Maiya is in front of you and those beanie beanie, the music is going on and the banks of the Ganga on Assi Ghat, that's an experience itself. You have to experience it. No matter how good a language I have to explain you that, but to get into that emotion of Kashi, you have to be there.
What are the after coming back from there, is there any other things we should follow physically or mentally or
No, I
spiritually?
think it will all be guided. If you're open enough to grab what your soul has to grab from there, then you will be guided to do whatever you have to do. There's nothing hard and fast. And the moment you start putting rules, people back out. And that is one thing we don't do in Disha. We have no rules.
So be yourself.
It's important.
Yeah.
Without any social conditioning. With good intentions.
At the end, your message to everyone regarding this meditative tour to Kashi.
Yeah, I would like to read something with your
Please, please.
permission.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, please.
Because I was just going through something and I found something very nice and intriguing. So, there is a very popular saying, in the Kashi dwellers. It is said, Chana chabena ganga jal jo purave kartar, काशी कबहू न छोड़िए बाबा विश्वनाथ दरबार. तो इसका अर्थ ये है कि भले चने चबाना पड़े आपको गंगा मैया के किनारे किनारे काशी में, तो ठीक ही है, फिर भी वहाँ पर ही रहिए, ऐसे उसका मीनिंग है. काशी dwellers always say that. And I feel that of course you can't stay there physically, but yes you can actually पूरा काशी समेट के, वो इमोशन पूरा समेट के, एब्जॉर्ब करके अनाहद में
Yeah.
you can just take it back to your home and live with that experience of Kashi.
So beautiful. Yeah, and I think it is one form of sadhana also, and sadhana we cannot do in luxurious life always. Yeah, that is always our choice. But if we have to go there, if we feel some kind of, you know, hurdles also, that is okay. That is fine.
Whoever feel like going to such places is always a calling. It's a strong nudge from inside कि मुझे जाना है बस, no matter what I need to go there. So I think only such people should join in.
Yes, you will be always intuitive. The strong intuition always will be there for such kind of tours, or if we want to go to lap of the nature, that can be any place. And as you said about Kashi, that is always very divine place.
Yes, it's exactly a feeling, now when you're talking about the spiritual push and a nudge which is there inside you, it's always like when you have a baby in your womb, and when from the 7th month the baby starts kicking, and you can feel the kick, you can feel the movement, and others also can see it. They can touch the stomach from outside and actually feel the baby.
Yeah.
It is like that. The mother is you who feels it from inside, but that change that happens inside you when you are onto your spiritual path can be felt by others also.
Yeah, the feeling of fulfillment, you can say.
It's exactly like that.
Yeah.
That you feel from inside, and even as the baby grows you can actually see it from outside. So वो change जो आपके अंदर आ जाता है ना, that gives that glow already comes on your skin, and people can make it out. You don't have to go telling people that, oh, I am on a spiritual path. No, it just happens. People just understand. You go with that aura. If you want to have that special glow and that kick from inside, I think just take this call.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dr. Shibani, for sharing such a beautiful own experience, and for this beautiful invitation to our entire uh, PMC and PSSM world.
Yes.
Thank you. And at the end, your message to everyone.
Thanks, Kavita, for calling me again to PMC Hyderabad. It's always wonderful to be
Pleasure.
here. Yeah, and I would really, really ask all my um, friends and the people of PMC and PSSM to join in with me for this beautiful, intriguing Anahat Kashi, so that I think the path that Patriji has already put them onto, I think I can just play a small role of just being there and um, just taking everybody along on a little more upper push on the spiritual path, which Patriji is already done by, sowing that seed inside. So I could be just a part to put a little more water in it. So I would just like to invite all of you for this beautiful divine tour with Dishaa, Anahat Kashi with Dishaa and Shibani.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shibani. So, friends, I would request you, please visit Kashi, and if you go with Dr. Shibani, she'll be always there. So, date would be
5th of January to 9th of January 2024. So I think the new year begins with a big shift.
Yes, yes, definitely. So, thank you, friends. Thank you for watching this interview, and please like, share, subscribe, and do not forget to visit Kashi. Thank you so much.